So, this is Abby again. If you've not seen him before, there's going to be a video at the top of when you drove around the country road.
Yeah.
Because this comes out after your country road video, by the way.
Okay.
It's a mock test today. I'm not going to say how long it is for a driving test, but it's not this month, is it?
No.
It's a while, but we're getting ready for it. And this is the first mock test. Now, don't worry about the mock test. It's just
Okay.
a practice to see how you react in a test situation.
Yeah.
So you're going to get 40 minutes of driving, one manoeuvre in there, possibly an emergency stop, one if we get that, and 20 minutes of independent driving. And
Okay.
a question now. She just had the bonnet open and she was quite good at the tell me questions. She's going to do a show me question while she's driving. How are you feeling about it today?
A little bit nervous.
Yeah?
But okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about your manoeuvres?
Some of them are okay, others not so good.
So which ones are good and which ones are not? Oh,
I would say parking on the right and reversing back 2 car spaces is good.
yeah.
And I'm okay at parallel parking,
All right.
but the reverse into a bay and forward into a bay are they're okay, but
Do you know what?
they need
There'll
improving.
be people watching this now and thinking, parallel parking, she's good at that. She's not bad at it, are you?
No,
Because
right.
that's one of the hard ones.
Yeah.
So you're quite good at the easy one, you're quite good at the hard one, and the bay parking ones, you're just a bit okay, but not too sure sometimes.
Yeah.
That's probably about right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to change the camera around and we'll get started in this area. Right. So, you're in the car at the beginning. We've done the tell me question,
Yeah.
and the examiners took your details, and they'll say to you, would you like me to explain the driving test? You say yes, please.
Okay.
Because 2 things will happen. One, it will calm you down because you'll get used to their voice. It could be a man or it could be a woman, and you might even get someone sat in the back of the car, not so much the instructor, but they get offered, but an examiner assessing the examiner.
Oh, okay.
If that happens, that's fine.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. But it's more pressure. People say, oh, more pressure, like that. Don't worry about it. So it'll last about 40 minutes, and in that time you're going to get given one manoeuvre, but they're going to pull you over to the manoeuvre. They're not going to spring it on you. And an emergency stop might happen one if we get it.
Okay.
But same again, you get asked to pull over to do that.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
We're going to follow the road ahead at all times unless I say left or right, or unless the signs say different. Does that make it clear? So
Yeah.
if you're coming to the end of a road and they say nothing to you, and then sign says no right turn, where are we going?
Straight on or left?
We can't go straight on.
Left.
Good. Sorry, I made that clear then. That's my mistake, wasn't it? Yeah, if it's either left or right and sign says you can't go right, got to go left,
Yeah.
don't you?
Yeah.
Right then, see, I make mistakes. So when you're ready, we're going to drive off, please. So the start of your driving test can be quite nerve-wracking, and it's quite important to do things right. So straight away, you're moving off, start a road, 5-point check, good observations, nothing wrong with that, nice and clean. And you've got to keep doing it all the way through the test, and even after you pass your test, otherwise you're going to have problems missing things. And another thing also to think about is that on your driving test, the manoeuvre could happen any time. It could happen right at the beginning, right at the end, any time. But they'll pull you over, or in this situation here, what's cropping up now is we're driving on the road and we're going to get a park on the right in the next few seconds. So be prepared for it. What I want you to do, Abby, is find a safe place on the right to park, and park the car, and then reverse back 2 car lengths. Good mirrors, good signals, getting us off nicely lined up. At first I thought she was going to get a bit too close to the truck on the left, but she drove past it quite far actually. So well done, and good observation when she's reversing backwards as well. That'll be fine, thank you. And then rejoin the traffic on the left. At the end of the road, we're going to go left, please. busy weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, very busy.
Excellent. Just follow the road round to the left, please. So on the driving test, you are going to get pulled over about 5, 6 or even more times. To check you can pull over somewhere safe. Check that you're checking your mirrors and signalling if need be. And when you're pulling off, you're doing your observations and pulling off when it's safe to do so without rolling back, stalling or juddering. So keeping things safe. And how we demonstrate here, good mirrors, good signals, nice braking, good position in between the driveways, and not bad observations moving off either. So well done, Abby, again. At the roundabout, we're going to take the first exit left. The roundabout, let's take the first exit left again, please. And then I want to pull up on the left where it's convenient and safe. It's quite important that when you are about to move off the side of the road, you do your observations. And the important one is the right shoulder check, because there could be people, cars, scooters in your blind spots. So if you don't do a right shoulder check, it's going to be a driving fault. If you don't do a right shoulder check and someone's going past you, it's going to be serious. If the examiner has to step in, it's going to be dangerous. So right shoulder check is vitally important. Pull up on the left just by that bridge where the wall is, please. Okay, so we're going to start some independent driving for the next 15-20 minutes.
Okay.
So we're going to move off, then do the next right turn. And then I'll direct you to follow signs for Milton Keynes North. Okay. So what we're starting to notice now with Abby is that when she's moving off, sometimes she's doing some good observations, just like seeing here, and occasionally she's not checking her right shoulder, which is picking up driving faults. And this is a consistent thing on a mock driving test. So I'm sure when she's watching this, she's going to be annoyed at herself for missing them, but that's what the mock tests are there for, to highlight little faults that we sometimes miss. At the end of the road we're going to turn left and then pick up signs for Milton Keynes North. End of here, left turn, and then pick up signs for Milton Keynes North. just change lanes to right, turn right, third exit, and on the approach to the roundabout, the left tyre goes slightly over the white line into the other lane. Nothing in the other lane, so it's not as serious. It's a lane positioning on the approach. And now pick up signs for Buckingham now. Buckingham.
Okay, thank you.
So Buckingham. So Abby's following the signs for Buckingham, and you can see on the left here double the roundabout sign, so I'll stop it for a few seconds. Buckingham is on the far left, so it's a left and left. And she notices it. Good mirrors, good signals, good approach. Slowing down gears, really nice. Check in, good observations. Maybe a little bit early, might have been a little bit easier, but I can't fault it that much. You know, overall pretty good. Pulls off. Now this is interesting. We know it's left. I'm not too sure whether Abby knows it's left, but she's kind of looking at the signs there to probably do, hopefully just double checking, make sure she's going the right way. And then as she gets closer to the roundabout, she realises it's left lane. Check in and pull out when it's safe to do so. So overall, dealt with that quite well. The next roundabout, just follow the road ahead, taking the second exit. Okay? So it's follow the road ahead, taking the second exit. So we're approaching the roundabout to go ahead. She's positioned herself, Abby has, in the middle lane to go ahead because left's going left. Checking what's going on, so at this point nothing going wrong, and then as she's entering, just slightly going into the other lane there, just not sticking to a lane, nothing next to her, so it's a driving fault, silly one really, can be avoided. Only happened once. If there's something next to her on the right lane and they have to react to her, then it's going to get serious at that point, so it's quite important to stick to your lane for safety reasons. But same again, just try going over the lane, drifting slightly to the right. Doesn't happen on this one. This one's really nice. Same sort of thing in the middle lane going ahead. As she's entering, she's coming right across to the left side when she enters. That's it, see the difference between the two. So it just needs to look back on this and just work on the fault. So we've got road signs, temporary ones on the left, warning you of a lane closure. It's a countdown. And what was interesting here is I'm watching what she's up to, and she's not reacting right till the end when the cones are coming out. And ideally, you want to be in that right lane a lot earlier, so that's, you know, I'm to try and squeeze your way in like she's doing there. But she didn't force her way in, so it's not as serious. It's just a fault for late response to traffic signs, and she's acknowledging the guy behind her for letting her out, so well done. That's the end of independent driving, and direct from this point onwards. At the roundabout, we're going to go left, please. Take the next right turn, the next right turn. So when it's safe to do so, Abby, can you show me how the horn works? Thank you. A right turn coming up, please. Next right turn. Take the next left turn, please. At the end of the road, we're going to do a right turn, please. Pull up on the left where it's convenient and safe. And then drive on. So I've just pulled over again, and I'm just highlighting these moving off faults. Looking round, and no right shoulder at that point there. Check the right mirror. There's nothing around, so it's the same sort of thing. It's another driving fault. And that's 3 in total. That's just picked up now for not checking the right shoulder. 4 will get you serious, and then we're going past you, we'll get you serious. So it's one of the things that can be avoided, and we spoke about that at the end of the mock test, what the implications are. So I'm sure she's not going to be doing that one again. About the mock test, it only records the driving faults, but I wanted to highlight this little bit here. On a long road, she's keeping an eye on her speed. She's looked down a few times. Not a lot to do apart from just stay in the middle lane, but it's quite easy at this point to speed. So well done. Take the next left turn, please. And then pull up on the left, in between the driveways, please. And then drive off when it's safe to do so. What's to finish off here on is that there's a consistency with looking round, and as she's shown here, good 5-point check to move off. And as she's about to move off, she's looking in the mirrors again just to make sure nothing's changed behind her. So well done. Just getting that consistency. That's something I'm going to be working on the next time I see her. next right turn, please. Just wanted a quick say that I thought she drove reasonably well. Some moving off faults where she's not looking round, doing the right shoulder check, and some lane positioning faults on the approach to roundabouts and on roundabouts. But overall, not a bad drive for the first mock test, so well done, Abby. And take the next left turn, please. And we'll pull up on the left just by the lamppost here. Okay, engine off then, please. So on the driving test,
Yeah.
they'll tell you there and then after you've finished whether you passed or failed.
Okay.
You passed,
Okay.
but you've done some silly mistakes in there.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
When you watch this video, you're thinking, I can't believe I've done that. I can't believe I've done that. You got 3 faults for safety moving off.
Right.
So when you're about to move off the side of the road, what should you be doing?
Yeah. Checking over your shoulders and your mirrors.
And what's the last point you check before you move off?
Over
Your right shoulder, isn't it? Out of the 5 times I pull you over, no, out of 6 times, I pull you over 6 times.
Yeah.
Out of the 6 times, 3 times you didn't check your right shoulder.
Okay.
There's one time you just went, and then went.
Okay.
And then you can see on everyone, I think one of them might put on at the end, where you check your right shoulder. So you got 3 faults for safety, okay?
Yeah.
If there was anything around, you get a serious.
Okay.
And if it kept going, you get a serious anyway. So if it got to
Yeah.
about 4 or 5, you get a serious. You get 1 for control. I think
Okay.
it might have been a roll backwards on a
Yeah. Yeah.
junction. You got 2 for lane discipline, positioning,
Okay.
and 1 was approaching a roundabout to turn right, and you got yourself in the right lane. Done a really good job. It was independent driving, following signs for Milton Keynes North. I can't remember the timeline on it, but I might put a little point on it somewhere where the fault is. And as you approach it in the right lane, the right lane bend round to the left, and you just cut across the middle lane a bit over the white lines. There's nothing next to you, so it's a fault
Yeah.
for the lane, for not sticking to your lane. You just cut the bend.
Okay.
And then there's another one where you're going to go ahead at a roundabout, and I think this is about 3 minutes later, when we slowed down for the traffic and a car on your right's going round, and as you entered it, is it ahead of you on the right? So you just went straight across into his lane.
Oh, okay.
So stick to your lane.
Yeah.
Stick to your lane. Approach speed was fast on one of them, and like I say, gear's fault was wrong on one of them. Change the direction. If you're going to go around a parked car, where should you be checking?
Right mirror.
Yes, check your right mirror a bit
Okay.
if you're getting it. And on the park on the right manoeuvre, it wasn't the best place to park. I think at one point I thought you were going to stop opposite a lorry, but you kind of went past it and carried on the road, and just about got yourself 2 car lengths back before you moved on. So it was a fault for kind of not picking the right place. I'll give you a fault for that. It could have been a bit further up. That's the thing, you learn from it. But if we have to take anything from today, it'll be reminding ourselves the right shoulder, because you told me what you should be doing, you just got to do it, and checking your right mirrors going around things, and sticking to your lane on a roundabout or on the approach.
Yeah.
All right. So overall, it's not too bad, for the first time.
Yeah.
All right, and you'll learn from it from today. Okay. But the rest of it's good, because this only records your faults.
Okay.
Doesn't record how good you drove.
Yeah.
Okay. But the rest of it was really good.
Okay.
So well done.
Thank you.
If you want to see more of Abby, put a comment below, and we'll see you next time.